This is incredibly disturbing. Now, there's another element to the story, folks. That very same day, that school bus was spotted being driven by a man pretending to be a little girl.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita Line? Why is it called the Lolita Line? Why is it called the Lolita Line?
Like when people are mentally sick, you can't talk to them. Let them drive. Yeah.
Don't ever bother with it. I don't even know what to say except for disgusting, insane, and welcome back to my channel. Oh my God. I'm laughing so I don't cry. Seriously, or be pissed, because actually I'm really pissed about this story. So a lot of you sent me this story, so I thought I would push this forward into what I was going to do next, because it's, you know what's so weird to me? There's hardly any media talking about this. It's actually crazy to me. Remember that one in Canada with the big, this is Canada by the way, with the big boobs that was working as a teacher in, that was high school. And literally like big boot. Remember you got to remember that story. Anyway, that thing was so insane. This is elementary school bus driver who's driving little kids in a bus with calling it the Lolita Line. Oh my God. I'm blown away. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for letting me not scare you off. Thanks for liking. Very much thank you for subscribing, and commenting. So with that, I did, there's not a lot of stuff on this, but I found stuff. So let's talk about this. I found this, someone sent me this video. It's from Rebel News. They seem to do, a lot of this kind of stuff, and I think it's Redux. They're the ones who only seem to be calling these people out. This is a bus driver for elementary school. Let me get into this next one here. This one is a little more thorough.
And I don't think there's any.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just wondering why you have somebody posing as a little girl interacting with elementary school age children.
The guy was harmless. He drove his bus, dropped off his student, and went on his merry way.
You see that? Totally. So this dude goes in to the actual school to question, why is your bus driver dressed like a little Japanese anime like character, and your bus called the Lolita Line, and the school, which is an elementary school, by the way, I keep telling you that, is like, he's harmless. Aren't there standards for bus drivers? My mom was a school bus driver, just so you know. I asked my mom. I told her. She's 85. She freaked. She's like, don't show me that stuff. There's no way that would have happened back in the day. He wouldn't even get touched. Don't you have to, like, investigate people who are around little kids? Like, don't you have to do, like, a background check? And they're, like, saying it's harmless. Okay? I'm just actually blown away.
David Menzies for Rebel News here at St. Michael the Archangel Catholic Elementary School in Vaughan, Ontario. And could it be we have a sequel to the infamous Busty Lemieux story?
Told you.
Now, of course, you remember Busty Lemieux.
Where are your breasts? Why are you dressing inappropriately in front of children?
Now, in the aftermath, we found out from a source that led to his dismissal at the Halton District School Board. But because we live in woke Canada, the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board decided they must have this person. Unbelievable. But then again, we live in a country where if you're caught with a small amount of child, you get to walk. Incredible. Now, the reason why we're at this school is because last week, there was a very bizarre encounter, namely, it was not necessarily the school bus, but who was driving the school bus. Check out this video.
And I don't think there's any.
So you picked up the kids dressed like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you call your bus the Lolita Line? Why is it called the Lolita Line?
astonishing and even more so disturbing, I should think, folks, is the fact that he had a sign in the windshield of the bus saying the Lolita Line. Now,
how is this even a thing? This is true. I'm not making it up. It's not made up. It's you can see, again, I'm going to go back. There's hardly anything about this, which is also to me very disturbing that now I'm going to bring this up. Hold on here. I did find a couple news sources here. One sec here. Did you know this? Wait, did you know this? Jeffrey Epstein's private Lolita Express jet to be, that's what Jeffrey Epstein, the P person, famous P person, that's what they named their jet. And the private jet was once owned and used by Jeffrey Epstein to ferry the P to P, and his high-profile acquaintances around the world is set to be demolished. So there's that. My God. But wait, viral video shows Woodbridge school bus driver in Lolita outfit. A viral video circulating on TikTok has triggered widespread concern among parents, you think, after it showed a school bus driver picking up students while dressed in a Japanese anime school outfit. Then there's this. An Ontario school board says that a male bus driver who appeared in a social media video operating a bus at an elementary school while wearing a pink skirt and calling the bus the Lolita Line will no longer be providing bus services to the school. It was taken outside St. Michael Archangel Elementary School in Woodbridge. The driver is seen standing at the door. He is wearing a short pink skirt. So literally standing outside an actual Catholic school. You can't write this stuff. It's totally insane, you guys. I mean, really? Come on. Let me play a little bit more of this other video.
Now, you might recall that back in 1955, Lolita was a book, and the plot was about a professor who became obsessed with a 12-year-old girl, ends up kidnapping her, her. I don't think Lolita is a term you want to use, especially amongst minors. I should point out that the Lolita Line could also be a perverse reference to child offender Jeffrey Epstein's so-called Lolita, named for its role in carting trafficked victims between Epstein's various properties. Now, we spoke to the father who took that video. He doesn't want his real name used. He didn't want to come on camera, but he has reached out to the principal here. He's reached out to the school board and even, I understand, York Regional Police. Excellent. Because to the community, to so many parents, and we spoke to many of them at a nearby playground, this is incredibly disturbing. Now, there's another element to the story, folks. That very same day, that school bus was spotted being driven by a man pretending to be a little girl. There was another man on the sidewalk. He was displaying some pride propaganda. When I saw the photo, I went, I don't believe what I'm seeing. That's got to be Paul DeBono. He is or was a teacher with the Toronto Catholic School Board. He's incredibly radicalized when it comes to the rainbow agenda. Allegedly, he has claimed that Jesus was not only black, but also transgender. And we encountered him a couple of years ago at the York Catholic District School Board in a...
I've had it. I've just had it with these people. I've had it. How is this even? This is Canada, by the way. What is happening to the world? How are we letting these people around little kids? Come on. You can't even say the P word on these platforms, but you can literally be a P word and get a teaching or a bus driver job, and you can literally be around little teeny kids. Because why? Why are we, what, I want to know how that is even a thing and why you think it's okay to talk about like LPG, what is it, LGBT, PP, poo-poo, stuff around kids. And why a person can dress like a Japanese anime schoolgirl, a man, and call it just blatantly in our faces now. It's just in our face. What are you going to do about it? Just like Lily, just like Jeffrey, what's his name? Just like all the other rest of them, all of them. And it's just so gross. That's the information I have for you all. Let's just keep our eyes on it. And they fired the freak off the bus, thank God. But how did it start in the first place? And what if nobody really said anything? And do you think kids I want to know your feelings on this in the comments. Do you think the kids have been on some level a little bit traumatized by this, or do you think that it was just fun and games? And kids don't know what the Lolita line means, but I mean, I just want to know if a kid sees that. I think my kid would come home and be telling me, you're not even going to believe who was driving the bus. He takes a bus to school. If I went and dropped him off and that was the bus driver, ain't happening, friends. Just ain't happening. Anyway, thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and I appreciate everything you do to help me build this channel. It means a lot. So, keep sending me stories to do. I have a couple really good ones coming up here. So thanks again. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.